Charlie. Pick up, it's me.
You're probably in the bathroom making yourself look beautiful.
I don't want you feeling trapped by Mimi.
Try to open up to him. Just don't leave him alone with the cat.
I'll see you soon. I love you. Bye.
This can't be happening! This is a penthouse apartment!
There's nothing to gain when there's nothing to be lost. There's nothing to gain if you stay behind the curtain doors. Make a decision, you can be, you can be, you can be. Tasting the fruit, come to the liberty tree. Slowly.
Help a guy out. Spare change for food. Help a guy out. Spare change for food.
Eat!
Changing your ways, changing those surrounding you. Changing your ways, more than any man can do. Find your brothers and sisters who can hear all the truth in what you say.
Much night fun.
Honey, come on.
You know, it's got to be 15 years since I really stopped and looked at that statue.
Yes. 11 o'clock? We'll be there. Okay? What? Oh, hang on. I found us a buyer.
Changing faces in the strangest places, tasting the fruits of our roots. Ha 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 ha. This is just a deja vu. Well, tell me, is it really true? Hit me like a porcelain, got a clue. Is this really my imagination that I'm confronted with these altercations? Yeah. Gotta shade the tree, gotta shade the tree, gotta shade the tree.
Let me go get help!
Leave it up to me.
How was that for a funky open, everybody? I promised a funky open yesterday. I think it came through. Jungle to Jungle, the classic Jungle to Jungle. Tim Allen and Jonathan Taylor Thomas, who was big at that time. And the concept was kind of cool because New York City is considered the concrete jungle. You know,
Yeah.
you can't the fucking tribe jungle. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, overall, the movie wasn't too memorable, but it fit in.
I don't think I've never seen it.
I wouldn't say it's not worth watching. It's a pretty campy movie, you know, like late '90s movies were.
Seems like it seems like Tim Allen has the same role in like every movie.
Yeah, he's like the white version of the one dude we had for opening where Sully said that shit. Dude, he's John Witherspoon. He's
a dude who works in a corporate office building in every movie. That the Santa Claus. I'm sure there's too many more.
But I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way to find it or anything like that. But you know, if you come across it, shit. How you doing, buddy? I'm fucking exhausted, man.
I think the heat's making me cynical because it's really hot out. It's like 100 degrees out.
Really?
I think it's making me very irritable and cynical.
Yeah, it makes me cynical too. Shit. That's crazy though. 100 in June.
Let's see here. I mean, we've been under a warning. Yeah, like right here, severe weather advisory, red flag warning. I mean, it's only 84 right now, but it feels hotter. But like yesterday, it was like 102. It looks like we have like one more kind of bad day like this, and then it dips back down.
I hate those heat waves. You get like 3 or 4 days in a row.
Yeah, you get like 2 or 3 of them a year here, which I'm fine with, honestly. Like, I need that balance a little bit.
Yeah. Like I said, like when I don't know if I said it on here, but I think I said it to you. Like when the thing that I hated most about living in Alabama was like you don't get the 4 seasons, bro. You get summer and not summer. That's it. You know, like the leaves don't trees and shit.
You get Golden Corral and you get wrestling matches.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so that's the trade right there.
That's the trade-off.
Yeah. You get parking lot wrestling, but awful fucking weather.
Holding up, congesting traffic.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude. We have to do that again. We definitely have to do that.
Got to find something ridiculous. I remember when me and my brother were like 12 and 14. We used to like try to find like the most ridiculous wrestling shit on like YouTube, and we'd find like CZW and stuff. And
it was wild, bro. They had that guy called the Wrench. He used to walk around with a big wrench, and he was like, I don't know if he was like a mechanic gimmick, or I would assume. I mean, his name's the Wrench. So.
And I remember we were watching this one match, and it was in like a high school or like community college basketball gym. And the hoops were like down, like usually, you know, when there's like an event, they like move them up.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They were down. So like literally in the middle of the match, the guy like they're fighting like outside the ring, and the guy like picked up some basketball that was laying there and then like dunked on the guy during the match.
Oh shit! It's kind of creative, at least. Now, was it only one? Like, was it obvious that they were going to do that?
I really don't know. I just know that like sometimes when you have those hoops that are like come from the ceiling, like sometimes when like you know in high school when there's like a volleyball game, you move them up so they're out of the way. But maybe they just didn't bother to move them up because I mean wrestling's not going to affect it. So yeah, he like picked up some basketball and like just dunked on the dude like Vince Carter in the 2000 Olympics.
It's a creative spot, at least. We were gonna. I don't know if you want to do it tonight, but I do want to do that segment idea you had with the wildest place you've seen a wrestling match.
Oh yeah, I didn't really get a chance to brainstorm that too much, so I'll save it for like this weekend or something.
Okay. But while on the topic of wrestling, we do have a new world champion in the world of, I guess you could say, Raw, Monday Night Raw, and his name is Gunther, motherfucker. Gunther, actually, the ring general. You know, I don't like dislike Jey Uso as a person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's a bad dude or even like a bad wrestler. I just don't think that he's that caliber of wrestler.
He thrives in the tag team role, and that's fine.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing wrong with it. Like you were talking about it before. Like, just know your role.
I think like I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how long he's gonna keep going for. You never know. It might be 5 years. It might be 20. Because
I guess they did
people like Sting never stop.
They did a WWE.com exclusive thing after Jay lost the title. New Day came up to him and were picking on him. So people are assuming that they're building towards Usos and New Day, which I'm for. I mean, they always have good matches.
Fine.
It's been long enough to where it would feel fresh.
It's been like 8 years.
Dude, that Hell in a Cell. It was that. Yeah, it was the Hell in a Cell that they did, right?
I think they had a few different shows they did together.
Yeah, but that Hell in a Cell, the tag team Hell in a Cell was crazy. It was a great match. They did one tag team elimination chamber, which is great. And I'm not saying I want it to be a regular occurrence, but throw it in there every once in a while, dude.
Yeah, it's unique enough. I mean, it's almost as unique as the COVID WrestleMania when they had the tag team ladder match, but they only had one guy from each team.
Yeah. It was like they had. I think the only thing I remember from that, honestly, off the top of my head, is fucking what's his name there,
John Morrison. John Morrison. It was John Morrison. I think it was Kofi and somebody else.
Now, was that because of COVID? Like they couldn't have too many dudes in the ring at one time?
I mean, that's probably it.
That's what I'm thinking. But let's see here. I mean, Raw was really good overall as a whole. I think it's at least top 3 show of the year.
I'm fine with Dominic and Penta feuding off and on for the next 5 years.
Yeah. Someone made a joke that, and there's a good point. It was like Dom only defensive title against Sheeps. He got Penta and that Octagon. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, just wait till he defends it against Mr. Iguana.
So there was something about Mr. Iguana today. I guess I mean, he said it, like, so I don't know if he should be saying it or not, but apparently they told him that he's going to skip NXT and go right to the main roster because he's so profitable, I guess you could say, with the iguana puppet.
Well, I mean, NXT used to be like a compliment. It's really not anymore. To me, it's really just the third brand.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be hyped for NXT, and now, like, if I don't catch it, it's not like the end of the world to me. Yeah. Like, I caught the Brian May / Blake Monroe Big Net thing on social media last night. I thought it was well done. Everyone always bitches, and like I'm guilty of it too. But everyone always bitches and complains because I felt like that she had the perfect name and it was her actual name.
Yeah,
so keep it, dude. Mariah Monroe would have been fine, but I guess she did it as a shout out to her niece, which is cool. But yeah, let's see. Well, how about CM Punk and Cena, Saudi Arabia, for the title?
I wish it could be different, but maybe it still will. Like, this deserves way more than 2 weeks.
I agree.
And that's what you watch all these people who are just fans, but they've been a fan for a long time and they observe and they observe and they express what they think and stuff, like on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. And like, basically what one guy said is like, now they're literally just pumping out these PLEs every 2 weeks just to do it. And it's like, no, like that's not, you were in a great place doing them every like when there's no PLE between like Christmas and the Royal Rumble, that's a great thing. Like now we're gonna have one every 2 weeks.
You get like 5-6 weeks to build it. Probably. And especially Punk and Cena, like they deserve more than a 2-week fucking thrown together thing. Like their history, like it should have started with CM Punk like calling them out and shit on Raw. Like have the promo against him, that's fine, but don't do the match immediately. have
Yeah.
Cena fight someone else at fucking Lineage and have them, then come back to it, do a callback and be like, yo, then build it this way.
So if this doesn't go further than Saudi Arabia, then who's next for Cena when you still have 6 months left or 5 months?
AJ Styles would be one, I guess. Rey Mysterio would be another.
I just feel like they could do this better. I feel like I feel like this is worth more than just 2 to 4 week programs with each guy.
Yeah, it feels like that they have a list and they're just going down the list.
Yeah, just scratching them all off.
Yeah, and that's cool if John Cena was like, yo, these are the dudes I want to work with. My last year, but it just seems too rapid fire.
Yeah,
like it's like him and Orton deserve better too.
Yeah,
it's the better. And I get it though, because where the location of the PLE was, I understand.
Yes.
St. Louis, I get it. But
I mean, maybe they revisit one of them or two of them or something.
I was thinking Punk would be the end of the road.
Yeah, it would feel right because it's kind of like full circle. Because remember, Punk was gonna scripted leave with the title, so it's kind of like full circle, and that would feel right. I mean, you never know; it might still be that way. Sometimes they drop off programs for 2 months, and then they both go do their own thing, and then they pick them back up a few months later. So it could still happen.
Yeah, I feel like this one should have been something that they held off.
And I don't think. Do you think they revisit it with just him and Cody one-on-one?
I wish they wouldn't, but I think it's leading there.
Probably at SummerSlam.
All right, so let's do some fantasy booking then. So then, who's the guy to take it off? Because he's not going to retire with it. We assume. I mean, maybe he could, but let's say that he doesn't. Who's the guy to take it off of? Should it be up and coming guy?
I personally think it should be CM Punk, and I would like that. I can't think of anyone else who is really. I mean, I mean, you always have Seth Rollins with the briefcase now, and they have plenty of history. So
him and Punk too, he could come down and ruin Punk shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Saudi.
Well, I mean, hey, maybe Rollins, because if you remember the first time Seth Rollins won the Money in the Bank, he tried to cash it in
mad time.
He tried to cash it in at Night of Champions or whatever with Cena and Lesnar, and then he botched it somehow because Cena attacked him or something like that. So I think that could be maybe what happened. A variation of that might happen at the Saudi Arabia thing, but I don't know. You never know.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Before we get off the wrestling shit here, move on to other shit. But here's the thing with them running this so quick is, to me, if CM Punk fails, right, it shouldn't be something that he should have to try again.
No.
It should be his first attempt. It should matter. It should mean something, And I just feel like the way they're going about it is not that they don't care. Well, this is going to sound redundant, but they're using it for ticket sales. But here's a question I had. I'm not sure if you told me this or maybe I heard it elsewhere. But for the Saudi shows, the people don't have to buy the tickets, right? The Kingdom fucking buys them and gives them all the shit.
I don't know. I mean, probably, but I'm not completely sure. I mean, then at the same time, he could drop it before we get to the winter, and then I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong about all of this. Maybe he drops it to CM Punk in 2 weeks, but I just think it'd be kind of ridiculous to drop it on a program that's been being built up for 2 weeks. I mean, he could very well drop it in the summer and then go on this redemption arc, but I don't really know. I feel like they're really gonna ride this character out till the end because this I want to ruin wrestling thing.
I feel like that's such a bad misstep that they took. I can't so Cena's first heel promo, I could buy into that because he was I basically raised your kids for fucking 20 years, I could realistically see him feeling that way.
Yeah.
I can't see him realistically feeling like I hate wrestling so bad.
Yeah, I can't either. Yeah,
You know?
I get the first part. I don't get the second part.
Right. Yeah. Like I get wanting the revenge on people because he's not wrong. Like they did put him through hell for years, dude.
Yeah.
And then like I feel like when he started feuding like Kevin Owens and shit, and he had the U.S. Open challenge.
Yeah.
He kind of flipped everybody, and they're like, "Oh shit, he actually can wrestle." But
Yeah.
I think he like put in the work to do that. Though it wasn't just like I'm going to go out there and put on good matches now.
There used to be a lot of guys, especially on social media, who like truly hated him and like
Yeah, man.
it made them mad about like how he was. And like I'd love to know like how they feel about it now, because I don't really look at like that kind of I don't know, I just not in that kind of loop anymore, or just not in a while, so I haven't really looked. But like there used to be this guy named Bruce Blitz on Twitter, and he was like the number one. He hated Cena, and he would go on these like screaming rants on YouTube and stuff. And like I gotta look him up on YouTube because I wonder how he feels about if he even likes wrestling anymore. I don't know.
I always wonder too, like, I said this to my friend. He was giving me a ride home from the bank, and we were working there, and he was like, I think I'm gonna stop watching wrestling for a while. He's like, it's just getting old. We all go through it sometimes. But sports.
my time with that was like the middle of high school, and then I got back into it like right before WrestleMania 30, my senior year. And then there was times where like I didn't really watch it week to week, but like I knew enough. Like 2018, 19, I didn't watch it that much, but like yeah, we all go through that.
So I had made a joke at the time, and I'm like, imagine that you stop watching wrestling and then you start watching again, and Roman Reigns is still champion. And he just looked at me and he was just like, "Don't fucking play with me, bro."
Well, you know what? A crazy way to see that I didn't think about until I think it was right before he dropped the title last year. I saw a comment on some social media post, and it was someone saying I never thought about it this way because I've just been a working adult for almost 11 years now. So like, I'm not in school. I don't have a school schedule and stuff. And like, I never saw it this way. And someone commented, Roman Reigns has been champion for my entire high school life. From freshman to senior, he's been the champion. And that's crazy to think about because, like, when I was younger like that, I would have never thought about it. Like, that would have seemed unheard of.
Yeah. But all right, let's see here. Let's get into some Reddit talk. We do some doom scrolling on Reddit for a little while. Oh, nah, we'll do the Reddit first, and then I'll get into the shift from hell. And I feel like you can relate to it too because I just feel fatigued work-wise.
I didn't even realize it. I just realized because I saw someone I know's Facebook story right now. That 4-hour Dynamite is in Portland.
Oh shit, dude! I don't know. Like, I don't know their train of thought with that, right? Because I mean, I know AEW fans are a different breed than WWE fans. I get it, but like, 4 hours is too fucking long. Like, people already bitch about your interviews.
2 weeks in a row. Plus, you're going up against the NBA Finals, too.
People are bitching about 3-hour SmackDown. You're just like, yeah, we get less ratings. Let's go ahead and fucking do a 4-hour show 2 weeks in a row. Like, what? But, all right, let's see here. Okay. Let's see. So this is a post that you would come across.
Yeah, I can't remember where I saw it. Oh, it was just because I was looking at something else on Reddit and it just came up on like my recommended or something.
No, so like I'll get like Reddit is weird if you have the app. Like they kind of like spy on you like YouTube and shit. So like you'll start talking. Yeah, so like you'll start talking about some shit, and all of a sudden a new like subreddit will get recommended to you on your phone.
It's because I was looking at this other Reddit yesterday. It was called forgotten TV shows, and it was really cool. I was just bored at work yesterday while it was slow a little bit, and I was just scrolling through all these forgotten TV shows.
Yeah, we should go through that too. But let's see here. So this is from the Am I Overreacting subreddit. 23 male, 20 female. Is it bad? I am about to leave her. So she starts off with,
I'm so hungry.
Which right there, I mean, listen, I know she's 20.
Yeah.
And like, I get that. But like, I've never been a big fan of the baby speak shit.
Yeah.
No, like, even when they try to do it ironically, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
But let's see. Okay. I hope you locked the car because I left my wallet in there. You didn't lock it. I wish we would have got Olive Garden. I'm sorry, babe. It's whatever. Can we get Mont Sticks also while getting ice cream? I'm sorry I pissed you off. I'm sorry I'm just a big bother and always annoy you. You aren't. Oh shit, here we go. Now we're getting
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I didn't read the whole thing. I just kind of skimmed through it, but I'm like, all right, that first one was whatever, kind of stupid, and then it just gets more unhinged as it goes.
So wait, is this all the same conversation? No, okay.
I believe so. Yeah.
This one here started. Well, maybe. Well, I don't know, because this one started May 21st, 7:51. Then, so maybe this is the next morning.
Maybe it's just like compilations too. It might not be like all the same day.
So we'll read these, and then we'll read his story. Well, maybe he didn't have a story.
I think, yeah.
Let's see. All right. So, bro, what? We're supposed to give it to him every 12 hours. Then give it to him. What if he punches a hole in the wall? It's on you for not giving him his pills. So you didn't give him his thyroid. No, I didn't give him anything. Okay, just thyroid. Go ahead and give him the anxiety one too. You said not to, so only the green bottle. 1 minute later, okay, I gave him his anxiety and his thyroid, and if that's wrong, that's on you. Okay, babe, whatever. It's if our dog ODs, it's on you. He's got all 3 pills. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. And I can't place my Dunkin' order. Oh my god. This bitch is too dramatic for me, bro. This is too fucking much, dude. It won't go through. Then he scratched something out here, babe. If I send you it back, can you send it back to my Apple Pay? Hello, babe. I'm working. I really don't believe UPS is this busy. Okay, I'll send it. Now send to Apple Pay. Now you're like demanding shit, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. What's gross income is that before taxes come out?
How do you not know that? I knew that in like 3rd grade.
I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it. He says, yes. Dude, if you want me to fill this shit out, I'm going to need help. I don't know what half of this shit is. Want to send me $10 because you love me? What for? Schmuffin? Oh, nah, man. I feel like I'm dating a toddler. I couldn't deal with this, dude. Schmuffin tater tot bites or whatever they are. I have 12 cents in my cash app. Wow. Well, you know what? She's only 20. I'm not going to fuck with $10. Okay, so he sent him $10. Now, that might be a typo, but maybe not because, well, maybe. I don't know. So let's just assume it is. Really? If I send it back to you, can you send it to Cash App? And I don't know how to do that.
Why does she keep wanting this send it back? You're starting to sound like online WWE man back in the day.
Right. What do you mean? Because I was going to use my Cash App card because I have a couple cents on there because it's 10/14. So just add your Cash App card to your Apple Pay. Are you mad at me? No. What's wrong?
These are the worst. This reminds me of like what I dealt with when I was like 20 years old.
Well, I mean,
makes sense because the girl's 20.
Right, like it is early. This is like very common early relationship stuff. So I'm not trying to be too harsh, but so she says, "What's wrong?" He goes, "Nothing, just tired. Paid my insurance, phone, electric, just now. So that was $300 gone already. Here's $10 back. Here, I'm sorry I asked. And if I get my car, I get it, my car eats my money. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry Sorry I asked. Love you too. I sent it Cash App. I'll just eat. I don't know. But sometime later, I'm going to send it back. I'm sorry I asked. I hate when people fight with me about giving you money. Like, what are you talking about? Like the shit with Jordan where she's like, I'll give you the money back for the movie ticket. It's not about the movie money ticket, motherfucker. It's the principle of it.
It's about respect.
Yes, it is, actually. How Bluma, she meant to say, how I'm going to pay for my credit card. All just because I was fucking hungry. So hungry, I'm sick. Well, I tried to save an exit, and now I'm blocked for it. Now I'm blocked from it. Yay, this day is fucking amazing. I'm ready to slip my fucking wrist. Shout out to Sully Cat. Shout out to Sully. We might have found a new life partner, dude. I'm ready to slip my fucking wrist. Okay, I found it. And that just calm. Right? That was very, just de-escalated from there. Okay, I found it. If you want to help me later, cool, awesome. If not, I guess I'm living in my car. Vroom, bitches. I'll help tonight then. And this is stuff you need to know so we can go over it tonight. Would you like me to pull it out my ass? And then stale face. What? I never rented before. I got paid bi-weekly. Nothing.
Well, so does everybody else.
I mean, Sully's dying over here. Let's see. Just for a fucking sandwich, late. I'm so sick of this shit. Will you calm the fuck? And that dude, that's exactly how I am. Like, I'll let you get to a certain point, and then you really annoy me, and then I'm like, yo, cut the fucking shit, dude. Seriously. You know. Let's see. Will you calm the fuck down? And I'm not filling out that stupid ass application. You have to. If you ass is up tonight, I'll get you to help me. But I don't know what I'm fucking doing. You expect me to do shit like this? Like I know what I'm doing. Newsflash, I don't. So I'm gonna hit save for later, and if it all disappears, well, shit. I'm so fucking done. I don't know how I'm gonna get gas, how I'm gonna pay for this fee, how I'm gonna pay for my credit card, all just because I was hungry. Oh, all because I was fucking hungry, so hungry I'm sick. But your slow ass job is apparently fucking slammed for you to answer. $10. I fucking am. You wanted this, so fucking help. I swear to fucking God, I told you I'm working right now. I don't get a break until later. Well, here's your money back. What? What, bro? Okay. Oh my God, what the fuck? Proper response. There you go, dude. $10. It's not working. For me to eat and not pass out or get very sick, I gotta make myself poor as shit. Then go through the drive-through. Yeah, exactly. Like I used to love when people would hit me with this nonsensical bullshit at the bank. And be like, what do I do from here? And I'm like, well, you didn't get your, like, say that they're disputing something because they never got it in the mail. They're like, well, what do I do now? And I'm like, well, you just told me that you never got it, so we're gonna help you get your money back. They're like, oh, really? Like, just really common sense shit. Like, if you didn't think that was the outcome, then why are you calling?
Yeah.
Like, you sat on hold for 30 minutes for something you didn't know how it was going to shake out? Just, okay, whatever. What's gross income? Is that before taxes come out? Yes. Dude, if you want me to fill this shit out, I'm going to need help. I don't know what half of this shit is. Can you please just send the $10? I'm already, what? Dude, they're passing $10 back and forth.
Yeah, right?
Like,
they're playing hot potato with it.
Yeah. I'm already pissed off. You act like I filled one of these out before. Also, it only lets me hit weekly, monthly, or yearly. I get paid weekly. So you take that and divide it by 52 fucking weeks, or not divide it, multiply it by 52 fucking weeks. Or no, wait, yeah, just 52 weeks in a year. So you take your weekly fucking salary and you go times 52, and there you go. There's your simple, you know, working at the bank taught me one thing very clearly, and it's that the general public is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And like, I mean that in a mean way. Like I'm trying to be honest.
They're just oblivious.
Yes, right. Yeah. So I don't want to say that they're dumb because they're not dumb. It's just that like their priorities are elsewhere. When like you'd think like banking should be like, to me, it's like one of the most important things in your life. Like, you know, like balancing a good bank account and shit like that. And you know, like okay. Dude, UPS isn't that fucking busy. You can answer a text. Babe! I swear to fucking God, I'm not going to fill this shit out. Hello? Oh my fucking God, ask my mom. I'm in my car because I was supposed to go get Dunkin'. Do your yearly income. I'm not, but I'm not calling you anymore. So sorry, I'm clingy as fuck. I'll just start detaching myself from you now if I can. It's okay. Scratch out, shut. Well, it seems like you do, and I'm done calling you. I don't. Why? I'm not calling you anymore. You can call me if you need me. Don't do that unless I'm dying. I love you. I can't wait for you to be home with me finally. And I'm gonna start detaching myself from you somehow so I'm not so clingy and attached to you. This girl's a child, bro. Yeah, exactly, Sully. This is teenage bullshit. I wouldn't waste my time with this shit. Too old. Can't stand the back and forth nonsense to get you nowhere. And as I was showing you, Sully, I don't think I should probably show him on the fucking show, honestly. But that's the shit I was dealing with Homegirl last week. To where it's like this chick is just childish. Like beyond like not even just knowing how to fill the shit out. Like it's like she's trying to get back at him. Like, I'm not calling you anymore unless I'm dying. Like, shut up, dude, really. And if you want to do the application tonight, we can. If not, I'll just go. It's okay. What do you mean, just go? What do you mean, just go? I don't know. Just go. Where? No. But see what I mean? Like, she's weaponizing it. She's trying to use it as a weapon against him. Stop being so clingy and shit like that. And no more calling. I'll be back and drive you home. Because by the sounds of it, I'm annoying because I call you so much. So, no, you aren't. Really, yes, he does think so. Yes, it does. It's fine. I won't do it anymore. And it seems like you're not even interest in me anymore. And, like, you don't find me attractive or anything. Would you like to call me or are you busy? Or what the actual fuck? Just went left alone. All right. Sorry you text someone offering food and then say you are paying like kind of a dick move. If you sign up and stuff, you get a free entry. No, assuming I'm always partying is a dick move. Don't call me a dick for trying to be nice and asking if you want something somewhere. I then asked if you were paying or me because I wanted to know what you were thinking, what was happening, so I could figure out my next response. I'm done. Talk to you later. I'm sorry, but do you not realize how your response to this seems much? I was simply thinking of you and just not myself while I was getting dinner. I should have worded it differently. Like, did you want me to buy yourself anything from Salad Works? I didn't think it would come off some other way. Right. Like that doesn't come off dickish to me. Like, yo, do you want something from Applebee's? Like how could she read that as that? I didn't think it would come off some other way, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure you'll be mad either way. Thanks. I'm just a walking mad person. I forgot the money. This really is like being a parent. It's like dealing with a fucking teenage daughter. I couldn't do it. And like, like Sully said, it is like teenage stuff. And it is young relationship stuff. It is. But like, I don't even think back then at 23, I don't think I would have dealt with this. I forgot the money. Is there any way you can bring it down to work after your offer? No, I guess not. I'm so pissed. I can, but I don't really have gas, just saying. It's okay. I'm just so pissed at myself. I've wanted it for so long. Great answering today, B. I'm sorry, babe. I'm just really busy today. I can bring it down, but I just need gas. No, just forget it. Are you sure? If it's magically still here all tonight, I'll bring it tomorrow. This is like a one-way relationship, and I'm getting sick of it. Yeah, all he does is support you. Yeah, you're right, dude. I'm eating dinner. I'm sorry. How is it? I can call after I eat. You could say that. We barely talk anymore. We work opposite shifts, and that's the majority of it. I can call you after I eat. All right, so here's the text. Here's the Salad Works text that she got pissed off about. Do you want anything from Salad Works for dinner? Figured to eat healthier before food stamps come in for the month. They also they have a buffalo chicken panini. It'll probably be cold by the time I'm home, but sure, surprise me. Are you paying for yours or no? They're cheaper because they're healthier, so like 15 and under. You offer me food and then ask if I'm paying. I'm good. Just feed yourself.
I wonder how they qualify for food stamps when they're that fucking young. Like, they must live on their own.
So I'm reading. Were you paying for yours or no? I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're broke, that could kind of come off as a fucked up way to ask. But I mean, honestly, there's no good way to ask.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of a way that he could have phrased it better, but I'm coming up. I mean, I don't ever really go through that, but I'm also not. Well, currently anyway, I'm not with a needy woman. But normally, I don't even ask for the money back. It's just like whatever. She goes, I slept my whole day away again, especially with me having to leave so early. I'm showering when I get home tonight. Then set alarms for 8:30 and get yourself a schedule. I tried and I turn it off in my sleep. What? How do you do that? Okay. Tonight I need to shower. We also need to do laundry. You turn on your alarms for 8:31, 8:32, 8:30 until you are up. There you go. There's some solid advice for you. Is this still? Yeah. Okay. So we got 2 left. Okay. I think. So she goes, because I'm a monster. Yep. Stale face. I'm a monster. I heard.
I yell, I scream.
I'm a bad person. Stop that. Now you're going to come home in about 2 hours. Huh? We will probably fight, yell, or you'll get home and we will be good. Why? Or I'll hurt you again. What? Bro? What? Or I'll hurt you again. That sounds like a threat. Because that's what I do. Because I'm a fucking monster. What? No. I blocked your number. What the fuck? Why? Because I'm a monster. Well, obviously she didn't block it. If she's still talking to you. Why would you do that? Because I'm a monster. Yep. Oh, okay. So that was the lead up to it. Okay. Let's see some of the responses here. Yeah, I'm not even gonna read all of this. It only took to the 6th page. Let me know your DF is super clingy and needy. You probably want to break up with her because not only does she not give you breathing room and y'all text messages replying every second about something, but it seems like she constantly is asking you to provide her with money. Right. And when you can't, she loses her shit, even to the point where she wanted to slit her wrists. Nah, check out of there, my guy, and tell her to get therapy. A partner is someone you can rely on in case hard time. Right. In case something falls apart, she clearly isn't reliable at all. Also, does she even have a job? Some more context for this post would be super helpful. I cannot imagine being on food stamps or ordering out all the time. Do you have a freezer because you can buy frozen meals? Even buying frozen meat in bulk is extremely cheap. Like when my boyfriend and I were at our poorest, we ate more steak than anything else. We bought it all business Costco. Okay. Oh, someone noticed that she cheated on him.
Oh.
I wonder if he was to it. So I'm trying to find it again. Fuck. Oh, here we go. I saw on your profile you said your ex cheated on you in another post. Is this the same girl? Like you got back with her, or is this a different one? Realistically, you definitely need to get away from her. But if she's already cheated once, then that's even more of a reason to leave her alone. See if you reflect to it. It's not the same girl. No. Okay.
Okay.
Is she Italian or from a culture that's very dramatic? Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. She's got to be Italian, dude. She has to be a young Italian chick, bro. They go crazy with the overreactions. So, dude, replies, geez, sorry to hear that. You're not having good luck. Personally, I would stay out of relationships for a while and focus on yourself, and eventually a new relationship will happen. But I definitely would get away from this girl. She just seems to want money and isn't emotionally very stable. True. Okay. It's not the same girl, meaning you and this person have been together for how long? Long enough to be asking you for money and spamming you while you're at work because she isn't getting what she wants right when she wants it. I thought so too when she said she'd hurt you again. Those text messages read as if you dropped them, scattered them everywhere to scrape them back up and hand them. Yeah, I mean, one thing I was thinking too, because he was scratching off some shit that was said, scratching it out. So whenever people do that or like they leave certain shit out, like I always question like the validity of it. Like, what are you trying to hide then?
This is a good comment. It says, I think once you hit this level of rock bottom where you play ping pong with $10 to see who needs it more, it's time for a change. I'd start by getting rid of that psycho. My suggestion, next paycheck, give her $100 crispy C note and send her on any sort of mission you can to go spend it in that time. Change your phone number, your address, possible ID change. Mexico is nicer around this time of year because you're fucked, buddy.
Too long didn't read, but worth reading. This is a no-brainer. You can't stay with this person for your own self-respect and mental well-being. I say this with compassion. She is likely dealing with a combination of possible personality disorder, mood disorder, intense codependency. She's definitely codependent as fuck. A lack of boundaries, entitlement, and considerable immaturity, none of which provide a sustainable foundation for a relationship. She clearly has low self-esteem and attachment issues that manifest as manipulation, whether or not it's intentional. True, yeah, and that's what I was saying too, because I would deal with that on a certain level with Savannah, not in the childish way that this chick was doing, but in like the way where like I'd always be getting constantly blocked or fucking like, you know, I'm fucking done with you, and then 10 minutes later it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, no, what the fuck?
It was right when I started getting to know you better, and I wouldn't talk to you like every day, but like I'd talk to you a couple times a week, and then you said something about her, showed me something about her, and then I go, I thought you guys were broke up, and you're like, oh no, that breakup only lasted like 12 hours.
Yeah, dude. And like, I don't know, like it gave her a sense of power, I guess, because I was really, when I was with her, I was really weak, but I thought it wasn't. But I really was, because I'm giving her this power over me. And when I should have just been like, yo, go fuck yourself. Like, seriously, get the fuck out of my face, you know? But we had put so much, one thing, and I think this goes for long-term relationships as a whole, or long-distance relationships as a whole. But I guess even long-term ones too. But you put so much into each other, and especially long distance, like you put so much into each other before you meet each other. So you're like, we didn't come this far to not fucking finish it, dude. Like, fuck you, dude. We're getting this done. You know what I mean? And then the long-term part is like, you know, like people will rationalize it any way they can to be like, you know.
Well, it's like a story I probably told you before. Someone I know who I've actually known since like I was like 14 and he was like 12, so I've known him for a long time. And I remember he once told me, I mean, his girlfriend was like a useless. His girlfriend was almost like this to an extent, and not this bad, but teetering on it. And he literally told me to my face, he goes, I want to break up with her and be single and fuck other people, fuck new people. And I go, well, do it then. It's not hard. You don't have kids together or anything. And I guess you live together, but you said she don't even pay her share of the rent, so it can't be that hard to fucking give her the boot. And he said, I think they had been together for a year at this point, and he said, well, I want to, but I've just invested too much. And I'm like, well, you're not getting that time back either way. And what's crazy is he was clearly miserable with this person, and it took like an entire year after we had that conversation for them to break up.
So they're finally done now?
Oh, this was years ago. This was like 2020.
All right, so let's finish this comment here, and then we'll go on. We'll find some other shit on Reddit too. We'll find some more. I love this. I love this one, and I love the "Am I the Asshole" subreddit. It's fucking amazing. But he says she clearly has low self-esteem and attachment issues that manifest as manipulation, whether or not it's intentional. She doesn't seem to have the appropriate tools or resourcefulness to manage basic life responsibilities such as paying bills, filling out forms, or other adult tasks. While I can empathize with someone not possessing certain tools and struggling in certain areas because of it, the issue here is that she doesn't appear to be interested in learning or acquiring them for herself. Instead, it's obvious that she uses and manipulates you with loaded language so that you can simply do things for her. This, to me, is incredibly immature and harmful behavior. It indicates that she struggles to make authentic responsibility and accountability for her own life and behaviors. What's insidious about this is that she weaponizes all self-destructive language as a proxy for humility and accountability, all of which are designed to keep you feeling responsible for her well-being. Simply put, she is not curious, willing, or able to learn how to do things for herself, and this is in no way indicate that it's a reciprocal relationship. The fact that you say she does maintain a full-time job makes this all the more baffling. What is getting in the way of her fulfilling her own responsibilities she's capable of? Yo, so this reminds me of a conversation I had with Rick at the bank, and I haven't talked to Rick in fucking a year. I got to give him a call, especially because I live really close to him now. But it was when I was dealing with Caitlin, and so like Rick was like, he was like my main dude at the bank. He's like, yo, he's like, why are you always giving her money and shit, dog? He's like, you're aware that you work at the same place, right? Like she makes it, you know what I mean? Like like she's not making peanuts.
Yeah.
You know, like she should be able to manage her money. And I'm like, nah, that's fine, dude. You know, she's a single mom. You know what I mean? And he just looked at me like, he's like, you got a lot to learn, bro. He's like, you got a lot to learn, buddy. He's like, don't get me wrong. He's like, I'm proud of you and shit, but like, nah, dude, this is not, no. Like, you remember, bro, she would wake up and be like, I need you to pay my rent. I'm like, I gotta pay my own rent. What do you mean? And she's like, please, I need $800. I'm like, dude. And then
what made her so in such a horrible place financially, like especially with a kid and stuff?
Because she thought it was a good idea to drop down to part-time at the bank and then do school.
Oh, that's right.
So she was doing the IT tech bullshit.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
While doing the part-time, and I felt bad for her, which I shouldn't have, because that's a position that she put herself in. You chose to do that. You know, with a kid and rent and all that shit on your plate, you chose to do that.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that fucking text, dude. She was like, I need $700. I think it was $700. She was like, I need $700. I'm like, what? Because she knew when half the reason she started fucking with me is because I would just work my ass off. And I would just be nonstop working.
Yeah.
So I would always have like all kinds of extra money around. Like my checks were like $3,000 every 2 weeks. For as much as I was working. So she felt comfortable enough to be like, I need $700 to pay my rent. And then I'll never forget when shit finally ended between us, right? So I'm like, well, because it was like a week after I did that, bro. So she gave me that $200. She met me at work. And she gave me these puppy dog eyes, like, yo, I can't believe you're asking me for the money back. Yo, it's not like it. It's $20, dude. You asked me for $700 fucking dollars, dude, and I did it. No question. And she gave me back $200 in cash, which I didn't really want.
When was this?
It was like a week. It was like maybe 3 weeks before everything fell apart.
Oh, okay.
Sean, he was like, well, you can kiss that fucking $500 goodbye. Like, yo, fuck you. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, she did that to get out of paying you back, dude. He's like, because she wasn't expecting you to ask for it back.
Yeah.
Because I used to tell her, like, I don't ask women for money back and shit like that, or like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to a limit, not $700 fucking dollars, dude. So
depending on the person, maybe 50 maximum.
So
if you're down on your luck or some shit happens once in a while, you know.
I'm using my ass at work, and I go off my final smoke break at night, and it's like cold. It was like November. It was like 3 days before everything blew up, bro. Like
which was like right after Halloween.
Yeah, because she tried to accuse me of some shit on Halloween, and I'm like, so if that's the case, why did I have her son? And I sent the picture with the date on it to the investigator dude.
Yeah, I remember all that.
I'm like, if that's the case, then why am I watching her son the night after? And he goes,
yeah, because I remember you're like, so a month after I did this, she wants me to watch her kid.
Yeah, so she, even though I sexually assaulted her, she's comfortable enough to let me watch her son. Okay, dude. And he was like, interesting, right? So she had texted me that she was over, or that she went over and cleaned that guy's house who's now locked up or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you at least have like a little bit of respect for me? Like, you know that me and the dude don't like each other. Like, I tell you, I'm like, if I go over there again, if I see him next to your property, I'm gonna beat his fucking ass, dude. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, nah. I was like, you're not. I was like, because if you would have asked that dude for $700,
he wouldn't have it.
He would have told you, best of luck. That motherfucker.
He was like a loser who worked overnight at the gas station. He wouldn't have it.
No. And so I'm like, you know, like if you would have asked him for the money, you would have been fucked. But no, you felt comfortable to ask me and then go to his house and clean his fucking house. And that's what pissed me off with modern women. It's the same thing that pissed me off with Jordan. I'm like, so I don't give a shit who else you're fucking with, whatever. But like, we should have something to where it's just ours. Like, I don't care if it's us just watching a movie, then that's our thing. Like, Caitlin, if you're gonna come over and clean my house, then that should just be mine. For the shit that I do for you, that thing right there should just be just for me. Then you start bringing other people into it and shit like that, and it pissed me off, dude. And like, yeah, the drinking didn't help, you know. But yeah, I would say, you know what? I was thinking about this last week because of the falling out between me and Jordan, and I was trying to compare that to the Caitlin thing. I think the Caitlin thing was the worst thing of my life. Because, like, I don't care if it's us just watching a movie, then that's our thing. Like,
This wasn't even the thing last 2 weeks ago wasn't even close. I mean, just from the outside looking in.
No, and I got over it way more better.
Yeah, I'm really glad you did too.
I was fucked up for a couple of days, but that's just like dealing with, because you know what I mean. I mean, we did put time in together.
Yeah.
And you do get attached, and you do talk every day and shit like that, and then suddenly that person's not around anymore, and it does suck for a little bit. But yeah. Yeah, like I don't think I've ever had someone more mad at me, dude, than when she called me when I texted her ex-boyfriend, Joe.
Yeah, I remember that because that's the night I went to the MMA at the casino here.
Yep, and I sent it that morning from the laundromat. I was doing my morning laundry. It was like 8 in the morning, and I'm like, I'll start this shit off early. And like, I wasn't expecting the night to end the way that it did. But
what did that? I mean, it's been a little while. It's been like almost 2 years since that happened. What happened again? Like what did she say?
So she called me from an anonymous number.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that part.
During Full Gear. No, it was before Full Gear.
Yeah.
And like, yo, I've never in my life been fucked up on the phone like I was that night. Like, she wouldn't even let me say shit, bro. Like, I was trying to respond to shit, and she was like, shut the fuck up, you're gonna listen to me. And I'm like, oh shit, dude. Like, oh, holy fuck, dude. This is the side of this bitch I ain't never seen before. So the message to her ex is what pissed her off, dude. Like, that shit like lit her world on fire, dude. So she called me from a fake number. I don't know if she downloaded an app or used someone's phone. I don't know what she did. But she wouldn't even let me say much, dude. Like, she just like really like put me in my place, which kind of looking back is what I needed. Because like I would act like that I was just like the super nice dude. But I was just doing shit for the reward of it. Like, yeah, I'm paying your rent so I come over and fuck you in your house while your kids asleep. That's why I'm doing that, you know? But, you know, like, shit like that. And so I guess what happened was her ex didn't get out of work until like 5, 6 o'clock that night. So I'm watching the fucking AEW pre-show. I had just ordered a bottle because they deliver out here.
And you probably assumed like he just ignored your text or something.
Right, exactly. So the very first thing she says when I answer the phone, because I was looking forward to answering it. I was expecting an argument, like a back and forth argument, not a beat down for her to beat.
Yeah.
Right? So I answered the phone all excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm fully equipped to go to war with this bitch, right? So I'm standing in my kitchen. I'm like, hello? And she's like, Josh, you fucking messaged Joe? And I'm like, oh, fuck you. I'm like, yeah, I did. And I was like, did you read the message? And she's like, fucking clearly I read the fucking message, because when she gets angry, because she's drunk all the time, she always has a fucking attitude. Which, you know what? I don't stream on Facebook no more. I'm going to show this video. I'm going to show this video if I can get into my iCloud. It's a classic. I don't even think I've ever showed you this one, actually. Welcome to my iCloud. Yes. All right. Favorites, maybe? All right. You might see some shit in here you don't want to see, guys. Let's see. See what I'm saying? See? It's somewhere in the favorites, so I thought. Memories. Where's that thing where they have the people? Where is it? Maybe it doesn't show up on here. Oh, wait. We're getting there. Videos. This could also be rough. No, where's the people thing, man? Fuck. You know what? I'm just going to email it to myself. Fuck this, dude. Because I have it saved. Well, if it's saved on my phone, though, why can't I find it elsewhere? But I've decided that she is not exempt from my show, actually, because we may end up changing the name. Because, and I want to name it I want to name an episode "Schizoationship," and what we had is perfect for it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's the video. I'm gonna email it. So. Where'd it go, bro? Oh wait, I sent it to Jasmine. I believe that. Here we go. Here we go. All right, save video. Now it should show up. It's not even showing my iCloud. Okay. I'm not gonna keep looking here. Fuck, that sucks. I'll email it to myself. We can get off this shit in a second. But yeah, we may end up changing the name of the show because, I mean, that is on the bottom of the ticker here as well. But so Feast did some digging and found out that there was a show called The Building that's very similar in nature, except it was set in Chicago in 1993. And The Building overlooked Wrigley Field. But it was like more, it was very, so like it was about like the people in the building and fucking like the neighbors and shit like that. So it's very similar to what the initial idea was. But now that we're getting into like other shit that we want to incorporate more of the city in it and stuff like that, and like have like a mob element, street element, shit like that. He was like, he's like, do you think we can name it something else? And I'm like, what if we just named it Utica? And he's like, does Utica have any nicknames? So I looked, and so I was like, we were Sin City like back in the day, like when the mob ruled and shit. And he was like, nah. He's like, no. He said, people are gonna think Vegas. He's like, don't do it. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I agree. I was like, but that's the only one I know. Well, they have one. They used to have a nickname called the city that God forgot, because the economic climate around here was so fucking horrible, bad. Oh, it does show my videos. How about that? Okay. So we were talking, and so I'm thinking about rolling with that as a name instead. The city that God forgot, because we've been in touch with one of like the head writer of the dude who writes Godfather of Harlem, starring Forrest Whitaker. It's on like Stars or some shit or something like that. But he was basically telling us, that we have to get one of those the clapboard things.
Yeah.
Because and like Hafiz does all of his editing the hard way. So like when he's editing a video, the point of the clapper is so it can sync up with the scene. Yes. From the notes. It gives you the thing so you can edit it.
Yeah, but the two little sketches, the things I've been in, we use a clapper.
Right. So I'm gonna order a couple of those. Obviously we're gonna need them. So they have like the smart clappers, but it seems a little redundant. We don't need all that.
Yeah.
Damn it. Let me see. Oh. Okay. Ah, cool. I have someone sent me some shit to look at, business wise. Let's see. Dude, so I didn't. Whatever. It's not that important. Fuck it. All right. What would you like to get into next year?
Breaking Bad Minneapolis.
Okay. All right. I can pull up that article here. All right. Still pissing off. All right. Let's get into that here. What was it? 900 tons or some shit?
Yeah, and like 8 different storage units.
Crazy. There we go. Let's go to some local news. Real ones know that the best reporting comes from the local write-ups here. Mm-hmm. So let's see here. Federal authorities recover 900 pounds of meth from Burnsville storage locker. 900 pounds of meth seized in Minneapolis raid. 900 pounds of meth is off the streets in the Twin Cities after a single operation, which may be the largest single bust in state history. On June 3rd, it happened while the feds executed a search warrant tied to human trafficking and money laundering in 8 different locations that range from homes to businesses. The nearly 1,000 pounds of meth was hidden in tubes in the Burnsville storage locker. Federal authorities said in court documents it's worth at least $22 million. 900 pounds is really crazy when you think about that amount of seizure in the state of Minnesota. Todd Axtell, former St. Paul police chief, said, one seizure, 900 pounds, has never happened in the state of Minnesota. It is actually one of the largest in the country. Axtell also led the special investigations and narcotics team. He currently runs a public safety and security consulting firm, the Axtell Group. Axtell said that the state had reached nearly half of last year's total in one bust. Now that's fucking crazy. This isn't your grandpa's meth. I don't think meth was around when my grandpa was fucking kicking around, dude. I mean, well, maybe it was, but it wasn't like a big like it is now.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it referred to as that. This isn't grandpa's meth.
This ain't your
I
grandpa.
hope not. This isn't made in the trailer in the back. Yeah, it's not. Oh, dude, the video finally sent. All right, we'll get into that later. This is mass-produced, highly potent, highly dangerous, and highly addictive, Axtell said. Oftentimes, they have weapons to make sure that they can protect their product, and that becomes a great level of concern for law enforcement as they go into the bust. The Twin Cities are a prime spot. I was going to ask about this for cartel distribution in the Upper Midwest. I-35 stretches all the way to the border of Mexico, and MSP being an international airport makes it the perfect location to push product. There'll be more meth coming in. That's why it's so critically important to make sure that our state, local, and federal partners are working collaboratively, exchanging information, making sure they're working together, heading in the same direction, to have a laser-focused approach at attacking the supply, Axtell said. If you cut the head off the snake, you're going to have a much bigger impact on keeping methamphetamines and other drugs out of the hands of people who are going to keep becoming addicted to crimes throughout our state. Authorities explain that stopping the flow of narcotics is crucial because it reduces crimes that are connected to those drugs. Especially with meth. Like, you could do some wild shit on meth.
Yeah.
Like, well, I guess that's really for any drug, because outside of like weed, whatever. It's really how your body reacts to it, essentially.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the only drug that makes men gay and feral.
True. Savvy's got experience with that. That's no, serious. That's how.
Yeah,
that's how
I know. Didn't her kid's dad, like, they basically fell out because her kid's dad became gay from meth?
Yeah, and then she told him straight up. He was like, I don't do that stuff anymore. And she was like, I'm not sleeping with a dude who fucked a guy. Like, no. Yeah. And I'm like, good. I'm glad you stood your ground on that.
Yeah, you would have gotten fucking HIV.
Yeah. But yeah, then she flew back home and started doing meth again. Like, she sent me the picture, and I was still kind of new to doing drugs, and it was just like some white shit in a fucking bag, and I'm like, I thought she was doing coke because that's what me and her would do until we started doing mountain. And I was like, oh shit! I was like, yo, have fun. And she's like, it's not what you think it is, and I'm like, okay. Well,
there was one time you sent me some picture. It was that time, like, really early on, when you sent me some picture, and it said like, oh, we're broken up because she's tweaking out or something. And then you sent me some picture, and it was like a couch cushion or something, and there was like,
oh yeah, the needle picture.
Yeah, there was like needles, and then it said like, I'm gonna shoot up so much so I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, dude. I was at Sean's house when that happened. He was like, yo, he's like, you need to break up with her right now. Because she freaked out that I went over his house and watched playoff football. So I got out of work and I sent her a picture of clearly two men with their fucking feet up like this watching football. And she goes, whose fucking house are you at? And all this shit. And I was like, yo, I told you earlier I'm going to my uncle's to watch playoff football. Dude, we argued all night about that shit. So like 1 a.m. So I was laying on the floor because I'm charging my phone on this hardwood floor. I'm laying on the floor, texting her back. And she sends that shit. And I dropped my phone on the ground, dude, because I had no idea that she was shooting up to that point.
Yeah.
No fucking idea. And then once we crossed that avenue, it was like, all right, well, this is something you do. How do we make sure you do it safely? You know? But let's see here. I do have that video now. I really don't think I sent this to you, bro. I sent it to other people, but I don't think I sent it to you. The video where she has the bazooka.
No, I don't think so.
So you'll be able to see what I'm talking about with like how she talks when she's drunk. So
I mean, I
listen,
saw other one. I saw other ones, and I was kind of like,
everybody.
I was kind of like, man, she's kind of like, I'm like, I don't like people who are all like loud and shit like that. Like, I just don't.
So
That's just
listen, everybody, don't fucking do anything stupid because in the beginning of this video, inexplicably she announces her full fucking name. Okay, so don't do anything stupid with this information. Yeah, so.
Why you could just start it like you could just start it like after that part.
No, because I like the way she says her name. You'll see. It's very short. Oh wait. Oh, it is that. Okay. All right, here we go. So other people have seen. I think this is a debut for Jack here. Oh, here we go. Welcome to Drunk Ass Caitlin.
Don't fall out of the fucking chair now.
Oh, I've seen this.
Hello, my name is Caitlin.
I want you to look at me.
Marie Piazza.
Hold on,
It is
please.
not a bazooka.
Okay.
It is called a fishing pole holder. And if you do not believe me, Google it.
It has a sight.
Because it is
There's a
a...
fucking sight on it.
Then go look up the fucking site. It's a
bazooka.
It was...
So she doesn't know the difference between a website and a site on a gun. We're like, it has a site on it. So Google the fucking site.
Grandpa.
That's what we mean, dude.
Sight on it.
Then go look up the fucking site. It's a
bazooka.
It was Grandpa. It is probably 50 years old. What, baby?
Yeah,
That's the night that I left.
I remember. Okay. I remembered it because when you said she says her full name, I'm like, oh, I remember this one and being repulsed by it because I personally don't like loud drunk people like that.
Drunk people? Yeah, like me, like when I was an alcoholic, I would maintain my shit. I wouldn't be all loud and fucking, yelling and screaming and shit.
That's the night you left, you said?
Yeah, because, I left because fucking the 49ers were beating the fuck out of the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. So I left. And I'm like, because her stepdad was a 49ers fan. And it was over by like the second quarter. I'm like, there's no fucking bro. Like, dude was talking shit to me and I can't say nothing back. Because like we're getting creamed. Like, what do you want me to do, bro?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I ended up leaving because we ended up getting our ass whooped. So there was no point in staying for that. But let's see. I wish, you know what? I'm gonna put out an open challenge like John Cena used to. Send us a wrestling match to throw on. They don't have to be tonight.
Yeah.
Definitely send us some recommendations and stuff. I wish my dog, he's so like tired and sleepy because he's like brand new. You know what I mean? So I want to bring him out, but he's so comfortable. I'm just laying down. I can show him though. If I pull up my iCloud again. I'll show you guys Dusty, named after Dusty Rhodes, of course. Library should be it. This is the most recent one I took right after he took a bath. His first bath. Cute dog. Very cute dog. Down. But there's Dusty. They gave me some pads and shit. They gave me like his birthday and stuff written down and all that shit. So it was pretty cool. But he's been quiet so far. He was kind of whiny earlier, which was understandable because his whole life up until this point has been around other dogs.
Was he just like a straight adoption, or was there an adoption fee?
No. So what happened was, you know me, I go out walking all over the place. So this family that lives like a block away from me, they always see me walking. They flag me down one day and they're like, "Yo, do you want a dog?" And I'm like, "Shit, dude, yeah," because I was thinking about getting another cat. But I'm like, well, let's try my luck with a dog. Let's try. Plus, you know, they're offering it. So I paid $250 for them. Got all the shots. They did all that for me. So that came with it and all that. So $250 with the shots, and they have another one available too. That it's his sister. So someone said, "Yeah, well, I'll take them." Then they backed out. So, but let's see. Oh yeah, the building name change we got into. Oh, I can get into some shit since this is like a Joshua episode for some reason. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Because I'm fucking exhausted. That's why. But I'm starting to think, because when I was in therapy, they'd be like, "You're so self-aware," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. That's the fucking problem. Is that like I know where this shit comes from. I just don't know how to wade my way through it." But I'm starting to think that I've exchanged one addiction for another, and like, so yeah, I don't drink anymore. Cool, great. But I go through women like I go through bottles. So like, I'm not gonna say I haven't made any progress, because not drinking is a big thing. It's good, great, it's good. But it's not good when I'm having a new chick over here twice a week, and I don't feel anything for it. Like, doesn't matter, don't care, and that's not good. It's not a good place to be. But yeah, I started thinking that last night because today's shift was fucking horrible. It was awful. And of course, like towards the end of the shift, I start feeling better, like I knew I would.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I can't be doing that shit. I ain't 22 no more.
Yeah.
She has the benefit of that, to where I text her about this shit. I'm like, "Yo, we can't be doing that shit like that anymore."
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yeah, I don't know. But I don't know if I'm like filling a void by doing that, or like I kind of got into it with you last week, I think, where I'm like, who am I proving this to? That like, is it something that I'm just like, am I making up for lost time? Like, or is it just like, no, like I just want to show up? Like I don't know the reasoning yet, but I know it's happening.
Yeah.
But as far as like, and I'll eventually figure it out. But as for right now, I don't have an answer outside, because like a year ago I wasn't like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and yeah, I've had a very successful year in that way. But like, it's weird because like old me would have never wanted this.
Yeah.
Like I would want something like long standing and shit. I don't know if, because like, I don't know, maybe I'm the self-sabotager in this situation. Maybe it's me. I don't know. But I don't know, dude. It's fucking, I don't know. I've never been this way before. So I don't know. When I figure it out, I'll let you know. But I am aware of it. I am aware of the issue. Trust me. Oh, fuck. What else we got here, bro? Oh yeah, special show Friday the 13th. Yeah, this Friday, 2 days from now.
Wear your Jason mask.
I might grab a mask. We have we used to. I don't know if it's still around. We used to have this store, and like it's when I was younger, so like it didn't have like a horror name or anything. It was just called Your Store. That was the name of it. Right? That was called the Your Store, and it was a Halloween themed place, but they're only open from maybe like August to fucking October. But now I think they turned it into like a fucking, it's like a basement dwelling fucking horror house thing.
Mm-hmm.
Haunted house now. It's not a shop anymore.
Yeah.
Like that one chick I showed you, the one who like dresses up like Megan and shit.
Yeah.
Movie. So we used to have this really good horror haunted house out here. It was like a realistic one. Like that, like what's that one that they always talk about? Like if you go, you're gonna be terrified, something like California or some shit.
Yeah, and they make you like sign a waiver because like they'll fuck you up and they'll like cut your hair with scissors and shit.
What's the name of that shit? I forget the name because it would be a good video to watch. But anyway, we used to have one in Rome where I was going to therapy and shit. When I was going there, it's in like a neighboring town. But it was a really big thing to where like they would like put some real effort into it. Like they would be like hiding behind boxes and fucking like, you know, pop up and grab you and shit, like, you know, and shit like that. So it wasn't as extreme as the one you have to sign the waiver for, but it was like scary for like regular people, you know what I mean? So my thing is like, I think that when I get to the horror stuff, like, because I do want to do like a horror, even if it's like a horror short film, I want to do something in the horror realm. So my mind goes, the logical step is to approach those people who used to work at that haunted house because they already had semi like experience with horror acting.
Yeah.
It might be like on the spot shit where they're jumping out at you and stuff. But still, I mean, they still have some kind of, you know, horror experience.
Also, it says that the crazy one is called the 17th Door Haunt Experience.
I think I've heard of that, actually. Let me see. There's got to be a YouTube video. You said the 17th Door?
Yeah.
The very first video is 7 Hispanics go to the 17th door. How many, like, how long is it? Oh, 44 minutes. Fuck that. I'm getting the fuck out of that. I just want something like 5 minutes. 16 minutes. We could probably do 16. We got this one here. America's most extreme experience alone point of view. 16 minutes. All right, I'm downloading it right now. And then we'll see exactly how scary this thing can be.
Who's Ricky?
Oh, it's he popped in a couple weeks ago. That's my dude from Cali. He broke his ankle out in fucking Albany.
Oh, okay.
They had to have surgery. He can't put no weight on it for 2 weeks. And like they wouldn't let him fly home until he had the surgery because like kind of like what happened with who was it, Steve Carino or some shit, I think, where he flew and the blood clots fucking killed him from being in the air and shit. So yeah, they wouldn't let him leave because he flew out here. So he's originally from in Albany, which is like an hour and a half from me. Yeah. But he ended up moving to Cali, so he flew back for his like sister's wedding or some shit. So he was fucking playing around with his brother, and they're like play wrestling, and he like slammed him or tried to slam him or some shit, broke his fucking, shattered it. So he has to have like pins and shit in there now. So I'm not going to bother him and text him, but I hope that you had a successful surgery. All right, let's see. America's most extreme.
Engage restraints. Engage restraints. Initiating breathless execution. Initiating breathless.
So it's kind of like an aggressive escape room.
Yeah, basically.
Execution. Initiating breathless execution.
Breathless for 17 seconds. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12.
Put your hands in the box, please, and against the bar. Oh, what a big soldier I have today. Sehr good. Sehr good. Angel God Told, at your service. I hope to make your time in the asylum as unpleasant as possible. But quickly, say, I sign the waiver. I sign the waiver. Gut, Wiedersehen.
Do you think that if you worked at one of these things, you would get into your character like that lady did? Like she was talking like an evil Russian or like an evil German or some shit.
Yeah. I think so.
Hello, come on in here. Are you in?
I'm
You're the only person?
all alone.
All alone. But come over here. Let's go with some quick rules then.
Okay.
All right. Now, do look, you're fine, but if you don't get hurt, you get bit, or you die, well, you signed a waiver.
Welcome. Come right inside, please. Right this way, everybody. Is this everybody?
This is everyone.
Wow, you drive to get a whole bus to yourself. My name is Pickles. I will be your bus driver this evening. I heard you've been up to some pretty suspicious crimes. I just hit a person! What are we gonna do? Shit, who's driving?
All right, is it just me or is this underwhelming so far?
So far, yes.
Sorry about that. All right. Don't worry about it. Now, once this turns all the way green, you're gonna go right on through, all right?
Awesome.
Now, be on your best behavior. I heard some of them got a little escape plan.
Oh no.
Right down there. See you in a month.
Yes.
Second.
Hello. Just one.
Just you?
Yes.
I'm not used to a group of one, but there's cameras everywhere. That drives me crazy. We're gonna go with like 1, 2, right here. Go. I get it.
Thank you. Hello.
One of these two. He's a doctor, okay? He's checking your temperature. Oh yeah, he likes you. Oh yeah, he likes you. He likes you. His name is Timmy. His name is Timmy. Hi to Timmy. You want to say hi to Timmy? Bye-bye.
Bye.
Doctor says you're healthy.
What the hell is going on in here?
Listen,
Oh no.
this is a special friend.
Special friend. So he won't mind if I crush him up and snort him.
No, the opposite.
I don't know about that. I don't
Opposite.
feel like that.
Get back to your cell either way.
All right, okay. Listen. We gotta get out of here, okay? We need to get out. Just try to keep up with me, okay?
Yeah.
We have to escape. I've been in here for years. I'm tired of it, all right?
Escape!
Let's go.
So far, I was expecting a lot better. Like this seems like, and maybe this is just me being cynical and shit, but it seems very amateurish.
Yeah.
You know, like it seems like campy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like it doesn't seem serious.
No.
Like you know, like there was that other one in like California or something where it's like serious. This one seems more
Yeah,
like
that's what I thought this one was, where they like cut your hair and shit.
maybe I thought maybe it is. I thought it was called something else.
Yeah, it's just
This way? That way? Oh. Here?
Yes.
Oh.
Is it just you today?
Just me.
Just you?
I should probably take this off, right?
Yeah, you might want to hold on to all of your supplies, equipment, anything. Safety. How much is the wind for you though?
My friend Heather's going to come out here and kick it with us. Sometimes she's in a good mood, sometimes she's in a bad mood. I don't know. But if we chat her name, she might not.
All right, I'm tapping out from this shit. Here is Dusty. If you look, right? So he's still very small. He's very clingy. He does this thing where he latches on you with all of his claws, all of his paws. So, but here he is in all of his glory.
Is he gonna grow bigger?
Not really. I mean, he'll get bigger than this, but he's a Maltese, a Chihuahua, and a Dachshund.
Yeah, so he won't grow too much bigger.
No, he'll kind of stay a small little dude, which is fine for me. I don't want no big dog.
Yeah.
Fucking rolling around here. Bad enough I got women to stomp their fucking feet all over the house, so and I'm on the third fucking floor. So, R.I.P. to Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, though.
Not the Fear the Beard one.
No. But yeah, I would say a devastating loss to the music industry. Even though they weren't, it's not like they were like putting new shit out or something like that. But still, I mean, historically speaking, pretty fucking huge loss to the industry as a whole. They obviously have the thank you. So he appreciates it too. He is named after Dusty Rhodes, of course. I don't know how I came up with that. I think I came up with it on acid. Yeah, I named my dog Dusty. All right. So, but yeah, he'll stay pretty small. But obviously, the Beach Boys as a whole have the connection with Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Or not Marilyn Manson, Charles Manson. See, fucking exhausted. Charles Manson, to where he wrote, a couple songs and shit like that, and they ended up using one.
Yeah.
They ended up using one of them. Yeah. So I'm so exhausted, everybody, because this is how things happen. I was writing all night, and as you know, anyone that texts me knows on a regular basis that my do not disturb goes on at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like no questions asked. We can be in the middle of a conversation. My do not disturb goes on. So I had just finished writing for the night. I was about to fucking go to bed, and I'm fucking around on my phone. And the thing with do not disturb is like if you're on the phone and a call comes through, you'll get it. It'll be like notify anyway. So that's what she did. She notified anyway. And so she's like really, she's like, how the dudes are like the car guys and shit. So she's like the girl version of that. So she's like, I went to this car show, but it ended early, and I don't have to work until like 6 or some shit. And she's like, and I'm already out in the area. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't live my life that way. Like I'm usually sleeping by midnight or very shortly after. And she's like, I only want to stay till 3. And I'm like, dude, that means I have to stay up till fucking 3. Like, you say only till 3, like that's some like small order. Like, no, dude, you're asking for a lot for me to stay up till fucking 3. But I did. I didn't want to, but it's kind of hard when you're doing fucking lines off a dinner plate. This bitch brings over. Well, she didn't bring it, but she brought it over here. But yeah, so my boy had stopped over last night after she had left, and he was like, "Yo," he's like, "I've never seen anybody fall asleep on coke before." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I told you." Like, no one believes me. It has the complete opposite effect that it has on other people. Like, how like Tuco used to act in Breaking Bad, like, yeah, like shit like that. Like, that's what you expect, like a cokehead to act like, or someone on coke is we expect them to act like. Not me. I'm all fucking calm and reserved and shit. It was like a coke fueled therapy session last night. We're talking about all kinds of shit. I gotta say, she was way less annoying than she was in November, which is good. But she really annoyed the fuck out of me. It got to the point where I'm like, you have to go. You have to get out.
Yeah.
Bye. But last night wasn't so bad. It could also be that rationalizing shit because I no longer have a certain person around. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see. All right, go back on your blanket, buddy. I just wanted to show you off a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh. Yo, buddy. No. He doesn't really walk yet. Like if you just drop him somewhere, he just stays there. He's not like a walker yet.
Yeah.
He'll like shuffle around and stuff, and like he'll like curl up in his blanket, but that's about it. Like he won't move from where I just placed him for the rest of the night if I don't move him back on his blanket.
You just gotta slide him around.
Yeah, he's really obviously he's really small. Let me see how old he is actually. So he was born on April 23rd. So July 9th, 12 weeks. So he's 12 weeks. No, it's July. June 18th. So okay, so he's only 8 weeks old right now. So I don't know if I like got him too early or I don't think so. Huh. I don't think so. You're gonna make my house full of hair. All right. Let's see what else we got. The LA riots and Aaron Rodgers. All right. So the LA riots, part 9, it feels like. Every couple of years this happens. There was a meme about it, and it was like, it's 1993, LA is rioting. It's 2002, LA is rioting. It's 2012, LA is rioting. It's 2020, LA is rioting. And it's just like over and over and over.
Yeah.
But they really do. They really fucking do. Like they run this shit back like every couple of years.
Yeah.
And it's always, at least it seems to be the pattern. It always happens with like a Republican in office or some social injustice.
Yeah.
That happens. But like, is the basis of the riots all because of deportations and ICE? Is that what it is?
I mean, I guess it just came out of like. Don't get me wrong. I saw stuff like where I live and people like protesting a little bit in the past few months, but then all of a sudden this one just blew up out of nowhere.
I will say this, and it relates to what you just said too, because a few months ago, and I think Sully's seen it too. There was like legit protests like out here, like actually showed like a big crowd, like not like this weak shit that they were doing before, like 12 people show up. Like there was like a legit crowd out there, like, and I'm like, oh shit, dude, like, all right, you know, like kind of like good for them. At least they're getting their numbers up, kind of shit. But it was so like I'm not sure if it's organic in nature. Well, some of it isn't because they're starting to. Well, not starting. They've already done it, but they started like fucking delivering the bricks and shit and fucking the rocks and all this stupid shit. So at least a part of it isn't organic. Like even here, Sully says something here. I think it's all ICE. They're organizing nationwide protests for the last few days in big cities.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on Saturday nationwide about No King Day or some shit like that.
What does that mean?
Because Trump's not a king or something like that.
All right, hold on. Let me move it back. All right. Dog situation. No. Oh, I hear there's some water. Ooh, he's squeaking. You said not a King Day or No King Day?
Yeah, No King Day or some shit like that.
Yeah, No King Day protest, June 14th. What the fuck is this shit?
Because they say
Trump
thinks he's a king.
a king. Oh, because Trump's doing that military parade this weekend too. So Trump's doing this like $45 million fucking huge military parade with like tanks going down the streets, and it was like North Korea and shit, dude. And I guess this is their counter to it. So Trump warns any protesters at military parade they will be met with heavy force. Progressive groups say they'll hold more than 1,500 No King's Day events across the U.S. on Saturday to protest the Trump administration and a counter the military parade in Washington, D.C., marking the U.S. Army's 250th birthday. The original plan from the major progressive organizing group Indivisible and others to counter the military parade with protests was first announced in early May. The Indivisible co-executive director Ezra Levin, what's that, Irish? Told MSNBC on Monday night that President Donald Trump's response to protests against immigration and customs enforcement in Los Angeles had brought many more people to No King's website, and that the group has scheduled more trainings this week in response to the overwhelming interest. In its May news release announcing the events, Indivisible said that the parade is meant to be a made-for-TV display of dominance for Trump's birthday, and that the president is using the military's birthday to celebrate his own, which also falls on June 14th. I mean, he can't help it if that's when the fucking when the army started.
Yeah.
Sully says he saw a fire at the beach today. Didn't look into it though. Last month, when asked about reports of military parade by NBC News, Trump said the parade plans were not for my birthday, but are for Flag Day and to celebrate the military. The Pentagon and Army have said they are planning their own birthday celebration and not planning to sing happy birthday to the president. Indivisible has also called out what it says is overreach by the White House against courts and slammed by deportations and administration actions. It said have hurt, chill out, civil rights and decimated services people need. This country doesn't belong to a king, and we're not letting him throw himself a parade funded by tens of millions of dollars of our money, of our taxpayer dollars, while stealing from us and stripping away our rights, our freedoms, and the programs our families rely on. Indivisible said in a statement last month, on June 14th, we're coming together to send one clear message: no thrones, no crowns, and no kings, goddammit. None of them. In a press release on Friday, Indivisible said, in addition to locations across the country, there are events planned in Europe and South America. Donald Trump and his regime. I love the word regime. It sounds so evil. Donald Trump and his regime cracking down on media, on business, on higher education, and on civil society more broadly. Anyone who opposes them. That is the context in which Donald Trump rolled out his plans for his birthday parade. He wants people to think that his power is inevitable, that its consolidation is a given. What we want is to show that it's just as likely, more likely even, that this is going to be a short-lived era. Well, no shit. It's his last fucking term, dude. Of course it'll be short-lived. Like, if you guys wouldn't have done what you did in 2020, he'd be out of office by now.
Yeah.
And this wouldn't be a fucking issue. Period. In a toolkit document for organizers posted on their website, Indivisible and the coalition of more than 200 groups overseeing the events gave instructions for how people can assemble and register their own protests, but asked the organizers not schedule any events in Washington, D.C., in order to make other places the center of gravity, because the coalition wants to draw a contrast with Trump. The document also asked participants to keep the protests nonviolent and to de-escalate any confrontations between protesters and others. Say weapons should not be brought to the events. Indivisible was also among the groups organizing the widely attended national hands-off protests in April. Organizers of the protests are cognizant of the No Kings protest coming amid the White House crackdown on protests in Los Angeles. But they express confidence in running their events successfully and say they've gotten even more interest now. We do not want to give Trump an excuse to crack down on peaceful protests, which is exactly what he wants to do. We don't want to give him some sort of narrative. So it just, I don't know. You know what I'm starting to feel like? And I don't know if this is just how people feel as they get older, or if it's just like me being aware of what's going on. It really doesn't have much to do with politics, but I guess it kind of does. It just feels like that everyone and everything is a scam. Like everybody is out to like get in your pockets in some way, and they're lying to you to do it.
Yeah.
Like, for example,
also, like I'm sure this whole ICE deportation thing is traumatizing to families that do have family members that get deported. But you got to think that's the way it is in every country. I can't go to Russia and just go there and try to work and shit. I'd get thrown in a fucking prison for 50 years.
Bro, if we did, and I know it's like a common comeback for like we did that in Mexico, but it's true. If we did what they do here, we'd be in fucking a Mexican prison.
Yeah, imagine burning a Mexican flag in fucking Guadalajara. What would happen to you? And we're being nice about it. We're taking these people who don't have legal papers and putting them on buses or planes back home. And I keep seeing this bullshit about, masked men are going in and taking people without question. And like, first of all, show me proof of that. And second, the Ukraine war that you all support, Zelensky's literally kidnapping people off the street so he can go fucking fight in the Ukraine war.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
this is the war that you support. That I have to see Ukraine flags and all that shit every day.
You hear him? He's trying to.
Yeah, I hear him.
I think the lights keep him on. We'll turn them off. Wesley. Yeah, shouldn't have woke the beast. That'll be up all night. But Obama did do it. He did it more than Trump's doing it. But yeah, it's conveniently left out. But yeah, like for example, like what I was saying about how it feels like everything's like a scam or everything's like some kind of like a lie. Like for example, these organizers, they know that Trump has no intention of being a fucking king. They know that, dude. But they're emotionally manipulating people into believing it. And honestly, what's more powerful? Like, what image is going to be more powerful? A fucking tank rolling down the street? Down Capitol Ave and shit? Or a big protest in fucking New York City with a bunch of people?
Yeah.
People are going to look at the fucking tank rolling down the street and shit. And that's what's going to stick in people's minds, not these random fucking people that are all protesting together in a metropolis. But like I said, they're fully aware of that, and it's just everything, bro. Why does it feel like pro wrestling is like the only thing you can trust? I don't understand, bro.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know, even with like, I almost stopped watching football with those allegations of the fucking the games are fixed and rigged and all this shit. It was so fucking annoying that like it lasted from like it wasn't this past season wasn't so bad. It was the season before.
Yeah.
Where it was just like everybody. It's one of the reasons I stopped going on TikTok because it was like every fucking Monday or Sunday night or whatever. There's another example of how the game is rigged, and it's like, dude, refs have been making mistakes for 25 fucking years, 30 years, longer.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean the game's fucking rigged.
Yeah.
It was just pissing me off. It was getting to a point, and it's like there'd be people going to fucking like TJ Maxx and shit, and like finding a shirt that's like fucking like the losing team's the world champion or some shit.
Yeah.
Dude, they get rid of that merchandise somehow.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't like I don't know. It's just everything, and everybody. It seems like it's just everything's for clicks and follows and fucking all this shit, and it's annoying. And I think it's a larger issue with like authenticity missing in like all kinds of shit, but especially with like social media.
Yeah.
You can't, and I'm not saying you should trust anything you see on social media without doing your own research, but there used to be like a level of truth. Like, you know what I mean? Like you could believe it to an extent, but now it's just like, it's gotten to a point to where this like so much stuff, like for example, Jasmine's friend, when Trump won, she was terrified. They're going to put the gay people in camps and I'm going to go back to being a slave and all this shit. And I'm like, who the fuck believes this shit, dude?
Yeah.
like, okay, if I get someone going on TikTok and being like, I don't want to be a slave and shit, but like, why are you believing it to the point to where that you think that's going to be an actual fucking reality of yours?
Yeah.
Like, you actually believe that he's gonna like start whipping you and shit, make you go pick like fruit and shit? Like, that's what you think?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's got to be the lack of like critical thinking and shit. Because I know they stopped teaching that in school.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. And I'm sure our parents felt the same way with our generation. So it could just be me getting older. But it seems like the path we're on is like unfixable.
I said it to my friend the other day. I want to be wrong, but I don't see America existing in 30 years or less.
What do you think would happen? Do you think it's gonna be like a civil war, or do you think we're just gonna? Like,
I'm not sure civil war is the right word. I think just what I think is that life in general is just going to become more unlivable and more unaffordable. And rent is never going down. They might pass something to keep it where it is, but it's never going back down.
No.
Most of this stuff we need for our everyday life, it's never going back down in price. There's a way where they could keep it where it is, but it's never going back down.
No.
And with that, I think that obviously the middle class is already basically completely gone. And I think and with that, the housing crisis is going to get even worse in the next decade or two. And there's going to be, I don't know, I feel like there's going to be like some sort of violent uproar.
I could totally see that. I could totally see it getting there. But it's like, but the other end of me is like, what's it gonna take?
That's kind of my conflict there too, because it's like, look at everything else we just allow, like how bad does it have to get to where we don't just allow them to just keep making our lives shittier?
I'm not encouraging anybody to like do anything crazy or stupid, but like you said, like the more that we sit here and take it, it's like they're like wiping shit in our face, like when your puppy shits on the floor, and you're like, no, bad dog, and you wipe his face, and you know what I mean? Like, it feels like a humiliation ritual. Like they're like breaking your spirit, and it's like, what's it gonna take to get to a point to where like we as people, all of us collectively, like do more than just talk about it? Because like enough has been done, that enough has happened to us as people, where it's like we should be at a point where we're like, fuck this. Like that's nothing. The old motherfuckers back in the day, like kings and queens and shit, they did it. They're like, fuck this guy, dude. Let's all like overthrow the kingdom, dude. Fuck him. We'll have a new king. They had the balls to do it. We just sit here and just whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna clock into work tomorrow. Whatever, dude. It's just weird. I don't know. But I feel like the human spirit has been broken. I guess I'm solo. I think he'll come back. But I don't know. Let's see. Or not. I think he was stuck. I think he was paused for a second. But we do have Friday the 13th show coming up. We're gonna do something horror themed. I'm not exactly sure what. But and then we have our 50th anniversary show next Wednesday. So Sully, get your mask, pop out, hang out, do whatever, bro. But yeah. I guess we can shoot. No. Oh, and Aaron Rodgers got married, signed with the Steelers. So I didn't even know he had a girlfriend or a fiance or whatever, but apparently he did. So, but not anything earth shattering there. But all right, y'all. We will check you. So Jack's saying he got kicked off. All right, so I don't know. I'll look into that. We'll end it here. But thanks for spending some of your Wednesday night with us, gang. We will see you in 2 days on Friday with Sinful Celluloid. We'll be hanging out. All right, y'all. Have a good night, man. I end it with